While true, while false. While true, I explain. While false, I ask you to write. What happened? While false, output. You got compile time error. Which line is compile time error? After while loop or statements in while loop? Statements in while loop, you got compile time error. Let's write this program. I'm writing while false. Tell me now. If I write while false here, while false, SOP and hi, hello, can you write? Tell me, while, what is the meaning of loop? The statement I want to execute 0 or n number of times. Tell me, the statement has at least one chance to execute? No. When there is no at least one chance to execute, why are you writing? Compiler will throw error for line number 5. Unreachable statement toward this open bracket. Okay, unreachable statement for this open bracket. This open bracket is never reached. When open bracket is never reached, let me move it to the next line so that for your better understanding. Look, unreachable statement, open bracket. When open bracket is not reachable, down statements are also not reachable. So what is the point? We cannot write while false directly or do while false directly or for false directly. If you write directly false as a condition to any of the 3 loops, we will get compile time error, unreachable statement to the block of that loop because this never executed. Everyone understand? Write on that statement. We cannot place the literal false directly. We cannot place the literal false directly as any of the 3 loop conditions. As any of the 3 loop conditions. Any of the 3 loop conditions. It leads to compile time error. It leads to compile time error. Because with a false condition, loop block is never executed. With a false condition, loop block is never executed. Loop block is never executed. With a false condition, loop block is never executed. Loop block is never executed. That's it. Tell me now. Now, what is the next case I have given there? Create a variable int count equals to 1. Here I am writing count not equals to, okay, count equal to 5. Tell me, any compile time error now? Come on. No. When you pass when you pass condition here, does compiler know which is true, which is false? No. Compiler only consider as what? Boolean. Okay. Hi. And then what? Hello. Hello output will come here. Hi will come. Hello will come. Hello will come. There is no compile time error. Semicolon expected. I have to write semicolon here. Control 1. Now compile successfully. Executed. Hello we will get. Okay. So there is no problem with the condition. Only if you write true or false directly, then we have compile time errors. And now here I write count not equal to 5 or less than or equals to 5. Okay. Not equal to 5 or less than or equals to 5. Anything is okay. If true condition, if you place, then now this line is executed and this is never executed. And will you get any compile time error? No. It will become infinite loop, na? Yes or no? It become infinite loop. It is keep on running. That statement never executed, but still we don't get any compile time error. Okay, na? Right. So these points we have. I gave yesterday. I hope you tried already. Okay. Now today let us try to complete. Next, take it branching statements. Branching statements. Java supports Java supports three branching statements. Java supports three branching statements. What are the three? Break, continue, return. Break, continue, return. Next point. Branching statements are meant for terminating the execution flow and send the control to different place. Send the control to different place. Okay, I want write all three statements, break, continue, return based code side by side, so that you can see all at once. Or else break and continue one place and return down. Try to write everything in a one page. Don't go to multiple pages. First, we are trying to understand break. Or else first write syntax and then we'll go for program separately. Now this is class, some tester, and this is main method. String array args. Inside main method, I am writing loop. Okay, for here after loop some statements are there. After loop, for close. Inside somewhere, here I have some statements. Okay, and here I am writing break. Okay, this is the syntax. Okay. Now tell me, this is the syntax. This is of course for loop. Let me write in box for clarity. Now, first what happened? Control entered into for loop. Inside for loop, this logic is executed. When the break statement is executed, control will go out of the loop to the rest of the statements to execute. This is the break concept. So break is used for terminating either switch case or loop, send the control out of the switch body or loop body and execute rest of the statements available inside the method. Understand? Same concept now I am writing for continue. In place of break, I am writing continue. What continue will do? Will continue terminate complete loop or only current iteration? Only current iteration it will terminate. In case of break, here I am writing continue. Continue semicolon. What continue will do? Continue will terminate only current iteration and send the control to beginning of the loop. Send the control to beginning of the loop. Okay. And in the next iteration, continue is not executed. Continue executed only in one iteration. In the next iteration, continue not executed. This is say suppose I value is what? 1. In one iteration, what happened? Continue not executed. Okay. In one iteration, continue not executed. Suppose here I am writing continue 2 iteration. In the 2 iteration, iteration number 2 continue executed, terminated, control will go to 2 iteration to what? Beginning. These down statements are executed or not executed? Not executed. Now the iteration number 3 started. Let me take red color. Iteration number 3 started. Iteration number 3 continue executed or not executed? Not executed. Iteration number 3. Loop from where the loop iterated? From the last loop is iterated. Now iteration number 3 coming back. Iteration number 4 execution started. Let me take another color. Iteration number 4 started and 4 start also continue not executed. Iteration number 4 or else let us say in iteration number 4 condition is failed. When condition is failed, from here it is control is coming out. Okay, iteration number 4 condition failed, it is coming out. Rest of the statements available in the method is executed. So what is the difference between break and continue? In a break will terminate the all iterations of the loop, send the control out of the loop and execute the rest of the statements available in the method. What continue will do? Continue will terminate current iteration of the method, current iteration of the loop, send the control to beginning of the loop, check the condition for the next iteration. If next condition is true, again loop execution continued. After condition is failed, then it will go after the loop, rest of the statements are executed. Understand? Let me try to show you program and then we'll go for writing notes. Class test 0, what is the number? 14 underscore break. Main for open bracket, closed bracket, int. Okay, first point. Can I write break anywhere in the program? Like normal programs, can I write break anywhere in the program like normal statement? Yes, sir. Think and tell me. Like a normal statement, can I write break anywhere in the program? What the use of break? break is used for terminating loop. It is break is used for a terminating loop or switch. Break is used for a terminating switch case or loop block. If you write break directly in the method, whom it should break? Compiler throw error. Break outside switch or loop. Okay, break outside switch or loop. So you cannot write. Okay, comment. Can I write continue directly? Continue as a normal statement? No. Continue is used for a terminating loop iteration. Na? Compiler throw error if you write directly. Continue outside of loop. If you write directly continue in the program, compiler throw error. Okay, then next. I am writing for loop now. Int I equal to 1, I less than or equals to 3, I plus plus. Okay, less than 5, let me take. I less than or equals to 5. Then now system dot out dot println, double quotes, I can say iteration plus I plus double quote start. Can I say this? And then down I am writing iteration end. So tell me what is the output will be display on the console. Iteration 1 start, iteration 1 end. Again loop iterated. Iteration 2 start, iteration 2 end. Control 1, control 2. Okay, now 1 start, 1 end. Okay, 1 start, 1 end, 2 start, 2 end, 3 start, 3 end, 4 start, 4 end, 5 start, 5 end. Did you break the iterations? No. Now I am writing break here. Where I am writing here break. If I write break here, what happened? Tell me. Iteration 1. Okay, 1 minute. Let me write here system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Double quotes. Main start. And here I am writing double quotes main end. Main start, main end. Now what is the output you'll get? Main start and then main end. When I'm getting main end, after all 5 iterations executed, only 1 iteration. Only 1 iteration executed. Understand? So first iteration 1 less than or equals to 5, iteration 1 start, iteration 1 end, that's all, because break. Everyone understand? Now, generally we don't write break at the end, we will write in the middle. We want to break the iteration in the middle. If we write break in the middle, tell me at this line number, 100% for loop is terminating this iteration or not? 2 minutes, sorry, 2 minutes. 2 minutes important. After that, you can sleep, no problem. I can understand yesterday, holy problem, okay? Please carefully observe. Holy yesterday. Okay. Yeah, I can understand, but it's yesterday celebration. Holy means what? Okay, full of celebration. And actually, yesterday, today, 2 days holidays I should give. Actually, yesterday I thought of starting what? Object-oriented programming. But I didn't start. Why? Because of holy effect. You know, that's why actually today also I should give holiday. 2 days holidays I should give. But in Naresh IT, we don't have the culture of giving holidays. So that's why little trouble. But I have to manage that trouble. That's why continuing this chapter only. Okay, 2 minutes control. Nana. After that, no problem. See, sleeping in the class is not a crime. I will encourage sleep. Because I was also sleeping when I was student. Okay. As in my MCA college, I daily going to college only for sleeping. Attendance? After attendance completed. Ammaya, thank you. Chalo. Adedo చెప్పుకుంటా ఉంటే డయాస్ మీద మనం ఏది చేస్తూ ఉంటాం ఇక్కడ, రైట్? No problem. So continue, but 2 minutes control. Okay, 2 minutes, very important. And now tell me, if I write a break here, is it allowed or not allowed? It is allowed here, but there is a problem. All people identify. Yesterday knowledge, use yesterday knowledge and identify. Yesterday, if I write one statement after while true, compiler throw error, unreachable statement, because it's never have a chance to execute. If I write a break in the middle of the logic, then it has a chance to execute. 100% it will not execute. Then why you are writing there? Compiler throw error. Unreachable statement. So what is the rule number 1? Break, continue, you cannot place directly inside the method. If you place, compiler throw error, because break purpose is terminating the loop and continue purpose terminating the iteration of the loop. So if you write directly in the method whom they are terminating, that's why compiler throw error. Second point, after a break or continue, we cannot place any statement directly. If you place any statement directly, compiler throw error, unreachable statement, because the statement never has a chance to execute. Arey bhaiya, just now I told you. 2 minutes control. Okay, na? 2 minutes. Girls, hope you are not sleeping. Generally, I don't see any girls sleeping in the class. That's why I don't much observe you. Okay, but boys. Okay. I know, I can understand today problem. You can see class strength also very less. Asla morning అయితే only 3 people there in the class. Okay. 7 o'clock batch, already the batch is strengthless. In wrong time we started a batch, that's why strengthless. And today I got, 3 people. Those 3 people also sleeping. Okay, whom I taught today morning class, I don't understand. Okay. Come on. Yeah, maximum 15 minutes, okay? After that, okay, if you want continue, otherwise I'll stop the today's session, no problem. Tell me now, break is meant for what? Terminating the loop. At line number 11, what happened? At line number 11, for loop is terminated, control go out. Then the statement has at least one chance to execute? No. That's why compiler throwing error. Then what should I do? I must place this break in a if condition. If I place in if condition, is this break always executed? No. It may or may not execute based on condition value. If condition false, the statement has a chance to execute. Am I right? And at least one chance there is to execute. Na? Then I am writing here, if I equal to 3. If I equal to 3, then I am writing what? Break. Program now compile or not compile? Compile. No compile time error? No. Why? Because this statement has at least one chance to execute. Now, with this modified code, tell me what is the output of this program? With this modified code, what is the output of this program? Iteration 1 start, I value 1 equal to 3, false, break executed or not executed? Not executed. Iteration 1 end. This is for close. Okay, for close. And then when for close is executed, what happened? Control go down or iterated? Iterated, I plus 2, 2 less than or equals to 5. True. Iteration 2 start, 2 equal to 3, false. Iteration 2 end. For loop close, loop iterated, I plus 3. 3 less than or equals to 5? Yes. Iteration 3 start, 3 equal to 3? True. True means what? Break. Break means from here, control comes to end of the for and remaining statements available in the method are execute. Control 1. Compile, control 2. Look at their main start, iteration 1 start end, iteration 2 start end, iteration 3 start main end. That means once the break is executed, only current iteration is terminated or all iterations terminated? All iterations are terminated. Now the same program I am writing. In place of break, I am writing continue. Tell me, if I write continue, if I write continue directly, is it compiled or not compiled? Like break, continue is also termination statement, right? It is also terminating the loop. At line number 8, now loop terminated or current iteration terminated? This line has at least one chance to execute? No, you will get unreachable statement. Unreachable statement, SOPLN. Then what to do? Like break, continue also I have to place inside if I equal to 3. Then tell me what is the output. Iteration 1 start, false. Iteration 1 end. Iteration 2 start, false. Iteration 2 end. iteration 3 start, true, continue. Continue means, will it go out of the for loop or iteration current iteration is terminated and continue with the next iteration. So continue with the next iteration, I plus plus 4. 4 start, false, 4 end. Understand? Iteration 5, 5 start, 5 end. Iteration 6, 6 less than or equals to 5, false. Then go out and we get output main end. Okay, na? Iteration 1 start, end. 2 start, end. 3 start. In the middle, terminated. In the middle, terminated. Iteration 4 start, iteration 4 end, 5 start, 5 end. Finally, main end. Everyone understand? Right. First point. Break is used for, do one thing. Divide a page into 2 halves. First half, break. Second half, continue. On top of this dabba, you write a break statement. Divide a page into 2 halves. Break is used for, break is used for terminating. Break is used for terminating a switch case, terminating switch case or a loop execution and sends the cursor to the out of switch block and loop block, comma, continues executing rest of the statements placed in the method. Rest of the statements placed in the method. Write down that first break execution flow. If you have already written, don't write again. Which one writing? Only break side. Don't write continue side. Only break part right. Completed? Next, continue side. Tell me, using continue, can I break switch block? Using continue, can I break or terminate switch case? No. Only loop case only, loop only we can terminate. Okay? Write down. Continue side. By using continue, by using continue. One second, what you have written break side? Write down like the same way. Continue is used for. Continue is used for terminating. Terminating. Only current iteration of the loop. Only current iteration of the loop. Current iteration of the loop. And continue the execution. And continue the execution of next iterations of this loop. That's why this name is what? Continue. Understand why it is named as a break continue? Break will fully break. Continue will only terminate the current iteration and continue with next iterations. That's why it is called continue. Now written next iterations of the loop, full stop. When condition is failed, when loop condition is failed, or when loop condition is false. When loop condition is false, then control goes out of loop block and executes the statements available in the method. Available in the method. Okay, write on this continue box. Completed? Have written that iterations. First iteration, continue not executed. Second iteration, continue executed, repeated. Third iteration, continue not execute, repeated. Fourth iteration, condition false, coming out, rest of the methods executed. Now, please write this program side by side for your understanding. If you want write fully iteration, write. Otherwise, ITR, shortcut ITR. Iteration ITR. If page is creating problem. Side by side, you have to write. Or down, your wish. Whatever you feel comfortable, that you follow. మీకు అర్థమైతే చాలు. నాకు అర్థమైంది. ఓకే, మీకు కూడా అర్థమైతే చాలు. Break program, and I want you write arrow marks clearly. Complete flow of execution, arrow marks, and substitute value there. Completed? Have you written the step numbers? Have you written output also? Output also important. Step numbers means output also should write down. Output, if you don't write output, you will not understand. I'm telling you. Please leave a laziness. If you feel lazy to write program output, then step numbers and output both side by side you have to write. Completed? Same program, write with continue and proper arrow marks. Same program, side, write with continue. Come on, fast. Done, completed. Next, ticketing written keywords. Have written output, arrow marks. Continue when executed going up to the beginning of the next loop for executing next iteration. So if you don't digest this point, you will miss the marks in the exam. Continue difference. Okay, next, written. Written is used for terminating. Written is used for terminating methodologic execution. Terminating methodologic execution and returning control to the calling method. Returning control, terminating the methodology and returning control to the calling method. Tell me, break meant for terminating loop. Continue meant for terminating iteration of the loop. Whereas return is meant for terminating method. It is meant for terminating method. And of course, constructor also. Method and construct, because you don't have idea of constructor, I didn't tell that. Okay. Now, observe here. This is my method M. Here I am writing system dot, sorry, Eclipse coming to my hand. System dot out dot println of double quotes. I'm writing M1 start. This method I am calling by one value, okay, by passing one argument. Now I am writing if p value equal to 5, I don't want to continue further execution of this method. I want to terminate in the middle. Okay, I want to terminate in the middle. Then what I write? Return semicolon. If I write return semicolon, then what happened? Will control go till end of the method or middle only terminated? Middle only terminated and send control back to main method. Okay, so observe. Main start, main end. Now I am calling M1 by passing 5. What is the output of this program? Tell me, what is the output of this program? 5 stored in the parameter M1 start. P value what? 5. 5 equal to 5? True. Then return. M1 and message will come or will not come? Will not come. Only M1 start only will come. Understand? Right. When you want to terminate the method logic execution in the middle based on the input, then what I have to use? Return. Now I am calling M1 method again by passing, say, 7. I am passing 7. If we pass 7, method terminated or executed till end? Because return is not executed. Control 1, compile. Control 2. Look at there. M1 start, M1 end. Both are come. Then can I expect everyone understand? Listen, there are two return statements are there. There are return statement has two forms. Number 1, return semicolon. Second one is return value semicolon. Return value semicolon. Return value semicolon. If you want a return value, method should be void method or non-void method? Non-void. Return type is int. I'm taking return type int. Now this is method is M2 method I'm taking. M2, M2 start. Then here M2 end. Observe, if I pass M2 value 5, what it is doing? It terminate the method by returning the result P plus 10. If the value is not 5, it will not terminate the method in the middle, execute till end and returns what? P plus 20. Clear my point? So there are two return forms are there. Right? First point completed. Return is used for terminating the method logic execution and return the control to calling method. Full stop. Next point. 1 second. Better let us write small diagram there and then we'll go for program later. This is the diagrammatic representation. Here I have a class. Write down diagram. Class test, public static void main of string array args, open bracket. I call M1 method by passing 5. Now, side I am writing, for understanding purpose, I am writing side. Static, void, M1, open bracket, closed bracket. I have some statements are there here. In the middle, I am writing what? Return. And then I am writing here. Some more statements I have written down. Now this is M1 method. What happened? First main method execution started. Then M1 call. Then control is going to M1 method. M1 method statements are executed. Return semicolon. What the meaning of return semicolon? Terminate the method logic execution and return control to calling method. Then down rest of the statements executed or not executed? Not executed. After that, M1 completed going out. This is the flow. What main method is say? Calling method. What M1 method is say? Calling or called method? Called method. Main is calling M1. So that's why main is called calling method. M1 is called by main. That's why it is called called method. Calling method and called method. Completed? Next down. We have two forms to the return keyword. We have two forms to the return keyword. Our return keyword has two forms. We have two forms to the return keyword. Number one, return semicolon. Number two, return value semicolon. Return semicolon. Number two, return value semicolon. Write down as a table differences. 3 points will come. 3 points. 3 points will come. Write as table. Return semicolon one side, return value semicolon second side. Now tell me what the use of return semicolon? It is used for terminating method logic. Ayo, come on, tell me. It is used for terminating method logic and return the control to calling method with value or without value? Without value. What is the purpose of return value semicolon? It is used for terminating method logic and return the control to calling method with value or without value? With value. Okay, I think the file form. Listen, it is used for terminating method and return the control from control to the calling method without value. Used for terminating the method execution, return the control to the calling method with value. Next, it is allowed only inside what type of methods? Void. Void method, no need to return void method and constructor. It is allowed only inside a non-void method. The returning value must be compatible. Suppose you take method return type int, can I return 10.5? No. Can I return true? No. It should be compatible and lesser than return type of this method. Next, option to place placed by compiler. If you don't place, compiler will place. Okay. Mandatory to place will not placed by compiler. Where mandatory to place? End of the method. In the middle of the method, if you want to place, you can place. Okay. So totally how many points are there? 3. First point is very important. Write down. I will tell small correction is there. Take as a table, return semicolon, return value semicolon. It is used for return semicolon side. It is used for terminating method logic. It is used for terminating method logic and return control to calling method. Return control to calling method without value. Without value. Return value semicolon side. It is used for terminate method logic execution. What written previous statement? Same thing, right? Same statement. Previous statement as it is copy. Last one with value. Okay. Next. Second point. It is allowed only inside. It is allowed only inside void method and constructor. This side. It is allowed only inside it is allowed only inside what? A non-void method. Full stop. Okay, that point if you want, right, otherwise leave it. The returning value must be compatible and lesser than return type of this method. Your wish. Return semicolon third point, optional to place. Return semicolon side, optional to place. And if you don't want to place, don't place. And if you have only termination, I need to terminate, then only I need to write. If you no need to terminate, no need to write. Optional to place. Return value semicolon side, mandatory to place. Mandatory to place. Else we will get compile time error. Else we will get compile time error. Else we will get compile time error. Right. What is the output from below program? What is the output from below program? Tell me, when a method is returning value, can I call it as a SOPLN argument? Yes. If method is not returning a value, we cannot call as a SOPLN argument. We have to call as an individual statement. Write down this program. If you want, write everything one after one or side by side, your wish. Main method, then M1, then M2, like that you want, right? Like that. Otherwise, left side main method, right side M1, M2 method. So that you can write arrow mark correctly. So it's up to you. How you want, right? I prefer you write side by side. Main method left side, M1, M2 method right side. So that you can easily write arrow marks. Understand? Like this, side by side you write. Main method left side of your page, M1, M2 method right side of your page. Completed? Next page, side M1, M2 methods. Place M1 method in one box, M2 method in another box. Completed? Tell me the flow of execution. You have to write the flow of execution. First, execution starts with what? Main method. M1 method, hope you placed in one box. M2 method in another box. Tell me the flow. First, control comes to main. Then main start message printed. M1 you call. Control will go to M1 method. This line executed. What the value is sending? 5. 5 equal to 5. Yes. Return. Return means control will go out from here. Okay. Program execution terminated in the middle. Okay. Now I'm writing only return statement related termination flow only. Second flow is not required. M2 of 5. M2 of 5 control comes to here. Then what the value passed here? 5. Then SOPLN. If 5 equal to true, then return what value? P plus 10. From here control come back. Write down that arrow marks. That flow of execution. So return is used for terminating method logic and return control to calling method with value, without value. If you use return semicolon without value, if you use return value semicolon with value, what the value coming back? 5 plus 10, 15. 15 is coming. And this is replaced with 15. Completed? Let me run this code and show you output. First, what is the output for M1 of 5? M1 start, M1 end. Sorry, M1 start only. M1 of 7, M1 start, M1 end. For M2 of 5, M2 start 15. For M2 of 7, M2 start, M2 end, then 25. Main end. Correct? Let's see. Check output. Same output you got? Look at that. Main start. And then M1 start. M1 end will not come because return keyword. Then second time call. M1 start. M1 end. Next. M2 method you call. M2 start. Then return 50. Result is 50. M2 end not coming. Then second time when I call. M2 start. M2 end. Return 27. 20 plus past value 7. 27. Main end. Okay. So expected output we call. That's it. This is a story about break, continue, read. అందరికీ అవగతమైందా? అంటే ఏంటి? అర్థమైందా? బ్రేక్, కంటిన్యూ, రిటర్న్ మీద జ్ఞానం వచ్చిందా? నెక్స్ట్, రూల్స్ ఆన్ బ్రేక్, కంటిన్యూ, రిటర్న్. Rules on break, continue, return. Rules on break, continue, return. we can place brake only in switch case, only in switch case or in loop body. Switch case or in loop body. Please stop. If we place directly inside a method, if we place directly inside a method, compiler will throw error. Compiler will throw error. Look at here. I am writing static void M1. Break directly have placed. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Compiler will throw error. Break outside switch or loop. Break outside switch or loop. Okay. Now, because it is error, I am commenting. Down I am writing if true or false, whatever. Break I have written. Allowed? 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 Arey, don't use your brain, ra. Why are you using your brain? I don't understand. What is the statement you have written? Inside switch case or in the loop, right? Where I have written break? Inside if. Is this if surrounded by break or surrounded by switch case or the loop? No. Then allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Then why you are thinking too much? Break is breaking if really. Break can break only loop, not your head. Understand? Talakay pagalgotadu. Evarni pagalgotadi? Only loop ni switch ni maatrame adi pagalgottagaladu. Ekkada padithe akkada raayakudani. Compilers throw still same error. Break outside switch or loop. Understood? Next, I am writing here. Let me write body. Here also error. Now I am writing switch of some value 10. Open bracket. Case 1. Break. Allowed? Now allowed. Okay? Or default. Hey. Or default case also. In default case also allowed. Okay, no problem. Compile successfully. Next. Now I am writing for loop. Which for loop you write? Your wish, any loop. While true. While true. And here I am writing break. Allowed? Allowed. Okay, na? Right. ఏంటి రాస్తారా చూస్తారా చూస్తారా ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ you said no, don't want right, don't want right or right అమ్మ రాసుకోండి later after going to home copy. Next, rule number 2. I have to cover one more topic today, right? Right, rule number 2. Only rules I'll tell. Program copy from the Google Classroom. Rule number 2. We must write continue only inside loop. We must write continue only inside loop. Hey, look at here. I am writing break. Hey, count equal to 3. Then break I have written here. Allowed? Where I have written break inside if. Allowed or not allowed? Allowed, because if is placed under while. Then break is breaking if, break is breaking while. Breaking while, not if. If the condition is matched, break will break, loop iteration, and send the control out of the loop, next statements to execute. Understand? Here only if you place break only inside if, compile time error. If the if is surrounded with while or for do while, no compile time error. Look. Okay, na? Right. Next. Now I'm writing only continue. Allowed or not allowed? Compiler throw error. Continue outside of loop. Previously break outside of the switch. But now here only loop. Okay. Same statement I am writing. If true, open bracket, closed bracket, continue. Allowed? Allowed? Not allowed. Continue meant for a terminating loop iteration, not if condition. Throwing error. Continue outside of loop. Then comment. Now I am writing switch of 10. Open bracket, closed bracket. Case 1. Continue. Allowed? Allowed? Not allowed. Continue outside of loop. Okay. Now I am writing while true, open bracket, closed bracket, continue. Allowed? Allowed. Okay. Now, if I write while true with continue, is this while loop never terminated? Na? If I write while true with break, it is terminated. While true with break, terminated, next lines are executed. If I write while true with continue, next statements never executed because it's keep on continue. Already it is a continuing. Why you are writing continue? It's while true and infinite loop, na? Right? Continue is always continued. Okay. So if you write any statement after this, compiler will throw error, double quotes, high, unreachable statement. Same SOP and high, I am writing after this while break. Any compile time error? No. Previously, if you remember, after while true, if I write SOPLN, compiler will throw error unreachable statement. Gurtunda? Infinite loop. Now tell me, is it a infinite loop? No. It is not. Why? Because of. Okay, so this statement is allowed. Tell me, what about this one? It is infinite loop. So it is not allowed. So the mind maturity you need to get here. Okay. Now I am creating one more method here. Static void M3 of open bracket. And tell me, I am writing int count equals to 1 while count less than or equals to 5 open bracket if count equal to 3. What do you write? Continue. And next I am writing count plus. Now tell me, here any compile time error? No. I have written continue where inside if. That means is it breaking if or breaking while? Breaking while, which iteration? Third iteration. Third iteration is breaking and control go to the next. Control 1, compile. Wait, it become infinite loop. Yes or no? This loop is infinite loop. Why? Tell me. What is the count value? 1. 1 less than or equals to 5? True. 1 equal to 3? False. count plus 2. 2 less than or equals to 5, true. 2 equal to 3, false. Count plus 3. 3 less than or equals to 3, true. 3 equal to 3, true. Continue. Count value, continue. Count value, inga lifelong 3. Hello? Why I am asking you to solve the control flow statements program with pen and paper. Compulsory you have to draw memory. Every time you have to write what is the out value coming from the variable. With your eyes, blind calculations if you do. What? With the eyes, visible calculation or blind calculations? Blind calculation. With the pen, visible calculations. So without drawing memory, if you try to find output, lifelong you will get compile time errors only. I mean wrong answers only. And tell me, if I write system.out.println here, is it compiled or not compiled? Everyone should answer. Compiled or not compiled? Compiled. Array, how compiler knows it is a true or false? Bhai? Compiler don't know it is infinite loop. Who knows infinite loop? JVM. Even JVM also don't consider as an infinite loop. You given a condition value 3, it keep on running there only. Infinite loop, non-infinite loop only from the developer point of view and compiler point of view. JVM don't know infinite loop, non-infinite loop. As long as condition is true, it is keep on running. If condition is false, it stop executing. That's it. When compiler know it is infinite loop, if you write true directly, then only it will know it is infinite loop. If I write via condition, compiler don't know it is a infinite loop or non-infinite loop. Understand? Right? Deep sleeping people are in. Okay, no problem. Okay, that's why I'm saying today class is very dangerous. Anyways, so this loop is infinite loop. Still, this line is allowed. Why? Because compiler doesn't know this loop is infinite loop because of variable condition. If it is a constant condition, then compiler knows. If I write variable condition, you don't know it is a true or false. Okay, na? It leaving to the JVM you take care. So that's it. So this is the story about what? Break, continue. Okay, next, rule number 3. Rule number 3. Return is allowed either inside constructor or method. Inside constructor or method. Anyway, inside constructor or method, anyway. If we write inside static block or inside instance block, inside static block or inside instance block, compiler throw error. Inside static block or inside instance block, compiler throw error. And tell me what the meaning of static block? Very simple. You create a block inside a class, you create a block with the keyword static. Then it is called what? Static block. Inside a class, you create what? Just to open bracket, closure bracket. Just to open bracket, closure bracket. Then what we call it as instance block. Inside a static block or inside a instance block, if you place return keyword, compiler throw error, return outside method, return outside method. Understand? So compiler throw error here, also compiler will throw error here. So these are the points you have to understand while working with all these 3 statements. I want to write one small method. Let's see how many people can answer correctly. Void M1, and here I am writing for loop. I am writing for int I equal to 1, I less than or equals to 10, I plus plus. Now here I am writing system dot out dot println of double quotes M1 start. Before for loop. System dot out dot println last conclusion program double quotes iteration or else let me write like this I1 hello 1 if I equal to 3. Okay, first I place here break. Okay, also I place continue, also I place return. Not all three at a time. Okay, any one of the three. First I am testing with break. Now this is for close system dot out dot println double quotes after for loop M1 end. Now here let me take 5 iterations 10 and such potare. Now then following by this is M4 M4 close. This is not M1 M4. And then I'm writing public static void main of string array args. Open bracket, closed bracket. I call M4 method. Bolo. What is the output of this program? If I use break, you call M4, control will come. M4 start, before for loop, high 1, hello 1, loop iterated. Loop iterated. High 2, hello 2, loop iterated. High 3, break. Break means where it will go? Out of for loop, after for loop, M4 end. All are sleeping, answering. M4 start, before for loop, high 1, hello 1, high 2, hello 2, high 3. Hello 3 will not come. After for loop, M4 end. All iterations are terminated. Keep it side. Now, comment this and place what? Continue. Okay. Now, control 1, compile successfully and tell me where what continue will do now? M4 start, before for loop, high 1, hello 1, high 2, hello 2, high 3. It will terminate the entire loop of only current iteration. Loop iterated, high 4, hello 4, high 5, hello 5. After loop, M4 end. Okay, now? M4 start, high 1, hello 1, high 2, hello 2, high 3, break also terminated, continue also terminated. Break fully terminated, continue terminated only, third iteration, continue with remaining 2 iterations. Now the danger fellow coming. Return. What is the output of return? M4 start, before for loop, high 1, hello 1, high 2, hello 2, high 3, return. Return means terminate for terminate if, terminate for terminate method. From here control will go to method directly. Below, what is the output will get here? Directly we will get main event. Okay, na? So break, continue and return. Complete output flow is this. If you practice once with this program, then you will get full clarity. Clear? Okay. Last rule. Last rule. After break or continue or return, we cannot place a statement directly. We cannot place a statement directly. We'll get compile time error. We'll get compile time error. What? URS. What is URS? Unreachable statement. Because they are terminate the program. Okay, because they terminate the program. So that's it about break, continue, return all points. Done, everyone? And then if you want to place some statements after break, continue, we should place break, continue, return in a if condition. Okay, fine. With this, we completed our control flow statements chapter. One last topic is there, that is called label. Let's see, are there any questions? Control flow statements, MCQs. I did he will ask me to. Okay. Let's see, this website is allow me without a block. What is the purpose of if statement in Java? To execute a block of code conditionally, to create loops, declare variables, define methods. First one. Next, what is the following is not a valid comparison operator in Java? Not a valid comparison. D. Okay. What is the output of the following code snippet? Int x equal to 5. If x greater than 3, SOPL and hello. X value 5 greater than 3, true, hello. Okay, next. In Java, which statement is used to exit a loop prematurely? A loop. I want in which statement used to exit a loop prematurely? What? Break. Next, what is the purpose of the switch statement in Java? To define methods, create loops, perform different actions based on the value of an expression, declare variables. C. Okay. What is the default case in switch statement used for? Handling the case with the value 0, providing a default value for a variable, terminating the switch statement, handling cases where none of the specified cases match. D. Okay. In Java, which loop is suitable when you want to execute a block of code a specific number of times? For loop. Specific number, I told you na range, here to here. Specific means loop. I don't know. Based on method given condition, I want to keep on execute. Then while. What is the result of the following code snippet? Int I equal to 1, while I less than or equals to 5, SOPL and I plus plus. I less than or equals to 5, I value 1, 1 less than or equals to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D. Okay, next. Which of the following is true about the do while loop in Java? It is similar to the while loop. It doesn't support a loop condition. The loop body is executed at least once. It can only be used for counting. See, in Java, which does the continue statement do? Repeats the loop for the beginning, skips the current iteration of a loop and continue the next. Oh, next options don't read. Terminates the program, repeats the loop for the beginning. Okay. Next. Next. Okay, Nana. What is the output of the following code snippet? Int j equal to 0, while j less than 5. System dot outer print on j plus equal to 2. J plus equal to 2 means every time it is jumping two steps, right? J value 0, 0 less than 5, true, 0, 0, 0. Now first A, B options are out and D also out. Inga remaining order calculate cheyakarledu. No need to calculate, right? So always you work on elimination process. First you eliminate options. A, B wrong and D 0, 1, 2, 3 will not come because plus equal is the remaining options A. Next, in Java, what does break statement do in a loop? Repeats the loop, restarts the loop, passes the loop, exit the loop. What is the purpose of for each loop in Java? For each loop. For each loop is meant for retrieving the values available in the array. Okay. Iterates through elements of an array or collection. Performs mathematical calculation. Declares variables. Defines the method. First option. In Java, what does default keyword refers to switch statement? Already you asked again same thing. The default loop condition, result keyword, default value of a variable, default case. What is the result of the following snippet? Int k equal to 10. Do SOPL and k minus 2, while k greater than 0. K minus 2 ante it's keep on minus going down. Start with what? 10. So 10 to 2 down. Which one? A na, C na? C. Next, in Java, which loop is used when you want to execute a block of code? As long as a condition true. As long as condition true. No limit, range is not there. What? While loop. Next, what is the output of the following code snippet? Int m equal to 0, m less than 5, m plus plus. If m equal to 2, continue. SOP and m. And tell me when this m value printed, if m is not equal to 2, right? First what is printed? 0, 1, 3, 4, 4. That's all. Less than 0, 1, 3, 4. See. In Java, what does switch statement evaluate to determine which case is executed? Boolean expression, string value, floating point number, an expression of integral or enumeration type. In Java, what does the switch statement evaluate to determine which case to execute? Boolean expression evaluation? No. String value? Correct. Java 7 version onwards. Floating point number? No. Expression of integral or enumerator type. Enumerator type and enum. Which option I have to choose? B na, D na? D I have to choose. B also right now. He written question paper up to Java 5 only. If it is a Java 7 version question paper, string also added here only. And you have to apply some common sense. Okay. This question paper prepared based on which version? He prepared based on Java 5 version, not up to Java 7. What is the purpose of if-else statement in Java? Execute one block of code if condition is true and other block if false. Which of the following is a valid way to create an infinite loop? Switch 1, wrong. Do, while false, wrong. For I0, I less than 5, I minus minus. I minus minus. D, while true. This is infinite loop. It is also infinite loop only, na? Both are correct. Which of the following is valid way to create an infinite loop in Java? C and D both are correct. Which one I have to choose? D. More priority. And a compiler also knows. Case number C, compiler no? No. Case number C, only JVM knows. JVM known, never terminated loop. You cannot call it as infinite loop. Infinite loop word is only for developer and compiler. not to JVM. JVM don't know infinite loop or normal loop. Until condition is true, keep on running. When condition false, it will exit. But compiler software evaluate that is infinite loop or normal loop with what? True. That's why both are infinite loop. But JVM point of view, first one is not infinite loop. Okay, it just loop running continuously. Developer compiler point of view, this D is a infinite loop. Already explained this point. Now like this, remaining options will you work out? Totally, how many cases? 20. Oh. 52. Oh, private all coming up, right? Why private you are bringing, mama? There are accessibility modifiers. Sir, so totally 6 cases are there, 6 pages are there. Try to work out. And in your system, even ads coming also no problem. Try to work with other websites also. Again, I'm repeating, data types, variables, array, class object, operators, control flow statements. These topics, how much you are strong, that much easily you will can clear the interview and you can write the exams. Otherwise, you will fail. Okay, please today work out. Thank you. That's all for today class. Tomorrow I'll start object oriented programming. Please don't miss class.